Hello everyone, hope you are well. I wanted to have a quick chat to you about some of the developments that have popped up because of the TWAB, this week at Bungie. Now I'll pick on a couple of subjects that have piqued my interest. I'm not going to be talking about the weapons and things like that, but two things that I think are really interesting. Now first of all, we've got the seasonal challenges, which are basically going to be replacing weekly bounties. We'll have a little talk about them, but I wanted to begin by talking about the Cabal possibly returning as the baddies or even our allies in Season 13. Now we have a name, Season of the Chosen, although that has not been confirmed, but they are dropping a trailer on February the 2nd next week, so we can have a lot more information about them. But I was perusing the Reddits, and there's a screenshot in the TWAB about the seasonal challenges. And then if you look just behind the seasonal challenges, you can see they've blurred out some of them. There's sort of like, a JPEG that's all faded out, and people have been examining this in high detail. And I thought I'd like to show you what it's got for us. Now, of course, it's pretty difficult to see a lot of what's going on because it's particularly faded. But the first thing that has been talked about is you can see there's that round shield type thing in the center, and you can see that there's blue highlights on it. Now these are supposedly the colors of, I don't know if I pronounce this right, it's Caiatl, I believe. Now she's the daughter of Emperor Callus, and since he disappeared along with the Leviathan in the miasma of the darkness, and of course old Gaul has had his ass kicked as well, she's kind of the only remaining Cabal force who can turn up to make any kind of narrative sense, I suppose. There's also evidence in the lore about a royal blue banner of Cabal. It says here in the Immolant lore tab, and it's part 2, Immolant part 2, a royal blue banner of Cabal make lay cast in squalid bubbling mud. So as we've already seen the red from Gaul and the purple and gold from Callus, blue must be for Caiatl. I can't wait to see what colours the brothers Nobus and Choppus have got. One of them's going to be leopard skin, and the other one's bound to be a sort of multifaceted polka dots made of red and vomit green. Now there's some other interesting things in this drawing in the background here. First of all, I've changed it green and whapped up the contrast so we can actually see things a bit more clearly. Now first of all, behind the word challenges there, well, that looks like it could be a submachine gun or it could be an auto rifle. Probably a seasonal weapon, no doubt, but it's definitely some kind of rifle. You can see there's a forehand grip there, you can see the barrel at the top, and you can see the rear grip as well. So auto rifle, submachine gun, who knows? Looking at the shield itself, you can see that the logo or the symbol for this new season is actually emblazoned on the shield there. You can see the little triangles in the middle making it up, so they're obviously all to do with the same thing. Now if you look directly above the shield, people are saying that could be a helmet resting on the top there. Oh, I love all this investigative stuff. I find it very interesting. Okay, then moving along from that helmet, who knows what it could be, laying next door to the shield on an angle, that's definitely a sword. It looks like a sword to me. It's got a hilt there. It does have a barrel on it, mind, so maybe it's got some kind of weapon fixed into it. Who knows? But I reckon that's a seasonal sword. And then if we look past the smoking pot den that's in the middle there in that goblet, we can see some shadows of bottles, and then that looks like to me the tube of a rocket launcher. Now they are boosting rocket launchers this season with the damage being increased by 30%, so they're actually going to become a lot more fun again, and that does look like a launch tube of a rocket launcher to me, so I'll bet my bottom dollar that's what's going to be there. They're definitely suggesting new weapons. Anyway, what do you think? Am I completely talking total rubbish, or do you think I'm on to something? I know we've only got till Thursday to find out. I mean Tuesday, but you never know. Right, the other thing that's going to have a bit of an impact on the game is going to be these new seasonal challenges. Now, they're going to have their own page in your menus, and you're going to be going there quite often by the looks of things, because these seasonal challenges are going to be a way for you to earn XP, Bright Dust, and different rewards as you're playing through the season. So every week for the first 10 weeks of a season, between 3 and 10 new challenges will appear automatically for players. So some of the challenges will deal with the seasonal content, and other challenges challenges will push players to complete Strike's Gambit and the Crucible, or to focus on non-activity focused Destiny rituals, like gaining power and also unlocking seasonal artifact mods or improving guns and armor. So there's going to be a lot more ways to earn XP and things like that. These challenges can only be completed though once per account, but once they do become available, they'll be able to be completed at any time. As an example, they said if a player doesn't play for weeks 2 through to week 4, they can return on week 5 and they'll have all of those challenges waiting for them. So you're going to have your work cut out if you don't keep up, governor. Another interesting thing about these seasonal challenges is that it says roughly 60% of these challenges don't require the season pass. So that's quite a good way for free-to-play players to get some Bright Dust and get some XP as well. Now, talking about the weekly bounties they've removed them from all of the ritual vendors. So that's Zavala, Shax and the Drifter. Banshee 44 no longer has weeklies, and the seasonal vendor as well, whoever that's going to be, they won't have weeklies either. So all of it is going over to the seasonal challenges. So it's a big part of our future, see? They do say as well, make sure to pick up your bloody rewards from your challenges. Don't just leave them there, because at the end of the season, they will probably disappear, or at least most of them will. Although why you do challenges and not pick them up is beyond me. I don't know, maybe you're a bit of a weirdo and enjoy feeling loss. Who cares? Anyway, now what they're saying is that they don't add any new challenges after week 10, and that should give everybody a few weeks, shut it phone, I'm talking, to clean up and any challenges that they didn't finish. Now, any challenge that rewards unique or seasonal items can be completed as long as the seasonal activity is still in the game, like the Wrathborn hunts, for example. But the XP for those won't be awarded, it'll only be the actual items that you get. So, make sure you finish the challenges within the season that they were meant, otherwise you won't get the XP. That's what they're saying there, basically. And they did give us a little overview as well on how much Bright Dust you can earn throughout a season. So, seasonal challenges Bright Dust, and this is for all players. The free seasonal activities, you can earn 6,000 Bright Dust in a season, plus another 4,000 for completing all seasonal challenges, all available ones, I assume that means. So all players have the ability to get 10,000 Bright Dust. The season pass Bright Dust for the free path on top of this, remember, so you've got the 7,500 to all players, and then the paid path you get 3,000 on top. So that's a total of 10,500 Bright Dust. The weekly ritual vendor challenge Bright Dust for all players, 120 Bright Dust per ritual vendor, per character, per week. There's a total of 14,040 Bright Dust if completing all the required weekly challenges over the course of Season 13. So in total, we're going to be able to earn around about 34,500 Bright Dust. Not too bad. That actually is more than the season that we're in, about 2,500 more than we're in, but it's less than what we could have got in Season 11, which is odd, which was about 45,000 Bright Dust. So swings and roundabouts, eh? But, you know, that's not bad. Nice watch, Bright Dust. Buy yourself a sparkly thing, eh? There's a couple of reasons why I like these seasonal challenges. First of all, it structures what you've got to do, which is always very handy, because I have found in Destiny that I always forget to pick up bounties in general anyway. Weekly bounties, which are the most important. I've never got myself into a regimen where I go to this vendor, this vendor, this vendor, this vendor. I'm too busy doing my bloody armor, or I'm looking at what I want to do, and it's just all over the shop. So what I find that this is going to do is pull all of this into one place, and I don't have to go and get weekly bounties. They're going to be chucked there for me. Not weekly bounties, of course, but these replacements for them, the seasonal challenges. It's worth pointing out that they do still have their daily bounties, the vendors, and they also have their repeatable bounties as well if you want to get stuff on top, but this is great because I'm not going to miss out on the weekly stuff. So what do you guys think? First of all, about the Cabal making a return, if indeed they do, but also about these seasonal challenges. Let me know in the comments. I love to hear what you've got to say. It's always marvellous, and you never know, whatever you say usually sparks another idea in my head, and then another video will flop out of my guts onto the interwebs. I want to thank you so much all for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage out.